Good evening and welcome to my channel. I am Sunshiny Day and this is Tarot by Sunshiny Day. So, I took the summer off from making any videos because I had my grandkids here and I live in an apartment and it's not a real big apartment, and I decided I would just devote my time to my grandkids and take the summer off. And this past weekend, I was able to get out and read at a live event, which I was very excited about, and I am excited to be back, if you want to say that. I did do a couple of metaphysical fairs during the summer, but I just haven't done a lot of videos, and I have not done a lot of writing and whatnot. So I need to get back to all that. And then tonight I'm here because I like to share stuff. I like to share when I find stuff like treasures. I call them treasures. So as the summer goes, I had to do some back to school shopping for my grandkids, and I went to Marshall's Marshall's department store, and Marshall's department store, TJ Maxx, Ross, and all those stores, they're very similar, and oftentimes you could find some really cool stuff in these stores if you hunt and peck around. And so they had a lot of Halloween stuff out, which I was surprised, but I guess it gets further and further out every year. They start advertising for Halloween. They try to put people in the shopping mood. It worked, worked for me anyways. So I went to Marshall's and I was looking around at the Halloween stuff, and I had heard before that you could find tarot cards and other metaphysical related items at Marshall's and TJ Maxx and whatnot. So, I was looking to see what I could find, and I found two items that I'm really excited about. First, I found the Sugar Skull Tarot Deck and Guidebook by David A. Ross and Carolina Martinez, illustrated by Carolina Martinez. And this deck is like really well put together, and the box is very well made, and I got this deck at Marshall's for $14.99. So that's one thing I got. And then I've been on here over and over again talking about my go-to to learn tarot, especially early on when I was first learning about tarot. And I shared that I had a lot of I was going to and using a lot of different sources, and it was confusing me. So I decided I would try to pick one source, one system, and I would stick with that system to learn how to read tarot cards. And the system that I chose was Biddy Tarot by Bridget Esselmont, and I have shared all of her items before, and she had created actually a couple decks since her first deck was created, but this was her first deck, and I actually found it at Marshall's for $6.99. So even though I already have one, I thought, wow, I'm going to get that because I wanted to show you guys the whole package, because normally when I present it, I just present her cards, but she made this cute little box, and it's actually very sturdy too, but the ends are actually open. They're just plastic, clear plastic, and but it's a little flip box, and it's got like a little magnet here, and I mean it's really well made. And then her little guidebook is presented in an insert, and it's just adorable, you know. It goes through all the cards, and she makes it really simple for you. That's why I liked her to learn from, because like, for example, she says, the Fool, upright, new opportunities and beginnings are available to you. Be open-minded and curious, ready to explore and discover new things. Play, have fun, and be spontaneous. So, and then in reverse, if you read the reverse, you have conceived of a new project but aren't ready to birth it just yet. You are worried about risks and fears and the unknown. Yeah, so it's about delays in reverse. And so she makes all the meanings very simple so that you can learn them, and then, you know, add on your own as you go. And so I really, that's one of the reasons I really liked her system. And let me see if I can get this back in here. Probably not. Okay, I won't do that. So then here is the box. I mean the actual deck. And let me see, how did I get that off of there before? Yeah, that's just a little piece of, one of those round pieces of tape. And then I might have to use the pen to do this. Let me see. Oh, that's really in there. Yeah, so you got to take the insert out. And then, ta-da, the deck comes out, and she's got like a little piece of black, I don't know what it is, styrofoam or something, some type of foam to keep it from maybe getting injured or injured. The tarot deck got injured. Well, I guess if you believe stuff, you know, you might say it can get injured. So I think she has that little piece of felt or whatever it is there, so that it doesn't get damaged. You know, tarots are my babies, so they're my babies, so I don't want them to get injured. So yeah, so it's her deck, Bridget Esselmont. It normally goes for $12.95 and $16.50 in Canada. Now this deck might have went down because it was her first deck, but I found it at Marshall's for $6.99, and I was just thrilled to get it. Everyday Tarot deck gives modern soul seekers an intuitive tool to access their inner wisdom and create an inspired life. This kit features a beautifully illustrated deck and an 88-page guide to the cards that will appeal to tarot veterans and novice alike. And I really do think that's true. So that's that. And then, you know, I've shown you the cards before, but she has 2 extra cards here. 7 steps to an accurate and insightful tarot reading. Create a sacred space, ask a question, choose a spread, shuffle and lay the cards out, interpret the reading, answer your questions, and reflect and take action. Now, it's difficult for me to read for myself because if I don't get the answers I want, I have a tendency to reshuffle and just until the universe gives me the answer I want. But we all know how that goes. And then it says quick tarot spreads, daily 1 card check-in. What do I need to know today? What is the alignment with my higher self? And the 3 card spreads are past, present, and future, situation, problem, and action, me, you, and us. Option A, option B, and how to decide. That's what I need to do, is option A, option B, and how to decide. Yeah, I have a question for that. And then like I've shown you so many times, her deck's very simple, and it's really easy to read from, and it's one of my favorite decks to suggest for beginners. The Empress. They're sticking together because they're brand new, but Yeah, I'm very excited about them, even though I already have them, because I wanted to show you all the whole package. So, okay, so that's the second little treasure that I found at Marshall's for $6.99. And I'm going to put that away again later, so I'll just leave it over here. Everyday Tarot. And oh, and okay, so the one thing about tarot and metaphysical related items, and spiritual items, for me anyways, is that I get so excited when I find something new, and something new to try, something new to journal, something new to, to practice tarot. And I came by this lady. Her name is Nancy Hendrickson, and she's on my Facebook page, or I'm on her Facebook page, I should say. And I also have her on Instagram, and she's an artist and an author. And I got this book of hers, Ancestral Grimoire, I guess that's how you say it. And it's just a little book of magic and how to create your own magic, and create your personal book of shadows. Connect with the wisdom of ancestors through tarot, oracle, and magic, by Nancy Hendrickson. And she's very, very open for to have people on her Facebook page and on her Instagram. And and the forward is by Benay Bell Wen. And oh my gosh, I have some of her books. And she also has some really nice tarot decks, but I don't have any of her tarot decks because they seem really complicated to me, and I like to stick with the more traditional decks that don't deviate too much from Rider-Waite. But anyways, so I did not realize that Benay Bell Wen did the forward on this. Yes, she's the author of Holistic Tarot, which I think I've shared that before. I might share that again, though, because she's, Benay Bell Wen is a brilliant tarot reader or tarot creator. I think she's also an attorney, which is very interesting. She's a very interesting person. You just have to look for her on Facebook, and I think she has a podcast on YouTube, but she's a very interesting human. So if you've never heard of her before, go ahead and look for her. But in the beginning of the book, they have all these people saying, how much they liked Miss Hendrickson and her books and whatnot. And then she just goes through and tells you how to use this book. Tools for Divination, Part 1, Building Your Own Ancestral Grimoire. Part 2 contains the juiciest bits on working through a solar year with your magical ancestors. You will then use the exercises, experiments, and insights to build a personal ancestral grimoire. This section is divided into 12 months, each highlighting a type of ancestral magic. You can choose to work with each month in real time or skip to the months that call to you. It's all good. And then I guess I should have read part 1 first, right? Part 1 contains information on all the tools you'll be using. These include the court cards, pendulum, runes, oracles, charms, sigils, and Lenormand. Now, I don't have all of those, but I don't think that matters. You'll also learn the importance of setting up your grimoire and whether you want to work with the months, the seasons, and the Sabbaths. If you are already a wizard at divination, you may want to dive straight into part 2, but I encourage you to at least skim through the tools in part 1, as you'll need them all later. And that's what I'm going to go over that's all I'm going to share with the book right now, because I have not gone through it enough and started it. But I just wanted to share that I'm really excited about this. It's another little treasure that I've been wanting to get it, and I was on her Facebook page the other night and saw it come up, and I was like, I need to get it. So, and it was only $17.95. I think I got it for less than that on Amazon, but it's a nice book. It's you know, it feels nice, and it's easy to read and open and have and do. So yeah, so that's another thing I found. So okay, so one more thing that I found, and I wasn't really ready to present this tonight, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you all another treasure I got. Okay, so I live in Florida, and we have Books A Million bookstore here. Now, it used to be a large franchise. I don't know if it's still all around, but there's still some of the bookstores open in Florida, and I really like them because it's almost like a privately owned bookstore, like not a corporate bookstore. It doesn't have that feeling inside the bookstore because of the fact that so many of them have closed, and I don't even know if it's a corporation anymore or just the individuals kept the stores open. But anyways, inside the store they have this section in the back. It's the bargain section, and I was back there, and lo and behold, they have this whole section of metaphysical and tarot, and I actually get a lot of cards there. You know, a lot of the mass-produced cards, I'll go there to buy them. And I found this, and I had never really had an interest in Aleister Crowley's tarot. But when I saw the price, $12.97, I decided maybe I was a little interested in it. So I don't know if I'll ever read with them, but I just thought this was such a great price. But I don't think that they call it. Oh yes, the Thoth Tarot. That's what I was looking for, because I know that Aleister Crowley doesn't just refer to his cards as tarot. It's actually the Thoth. Aleister Crowley's instructions for the Thoth Tarot have been faithfully rendered in this beautiful deck with specially created artwork. The accompanying guidebook shows you how to utilize this richly symbolic deck for everyday divination, as well as an insight in the magical beliefs of the famous occultists. This collector's edition will enchant and delight with its rainbow hue images and clear meanings. Using Crowley's The Book of Thoth is as the foundation of his beliefs about tarot, and you will discover the many hidden depths in this deck. You will also find out why Crowley replaced. Oh, there's like a. Oh, I don't know what happened there. It got injured, got damaged. Replaced a number of cards with one of his own devising. The Aleister Crowley Tarot can be used for divination to gain greater insight into your spiritual journey or magical ritual. As you work with the cards over time, you will connect not just with Crowley's thoughts on the pack, but also your own insights garnered through open-minded practice. The 78 cards and 128-page guidebook. And I'll open it real quick just to show you all. The guidebook is, the foreword is by Moog Morgan, who I have never heard before, and the actual book was created by Tania San, and I'm not always really good with names, so if you're listening, Tania, one in a million, right? If you're listening, I'm sorry. but I love this book. It is very colorful, how they use the cards, and it goes through and gives you the spreads you can use and all, you know, this basically the same as so many of the other books that we read. But I mean, it's, you know, it's a large book, and I, you know, for $12.95, you can't beat it. And then, of course, the deck itself, it's, I think it's a little bit larger than the, you know, the length of it is, it's longer than the regular Rider-Waite, but I think it's a little more narrow. But I had them all mixed up, so we can just go through them a little bit. The Sun, and I never really got into, like I said, reading with his cards. The Two of Wands, the Ten of Discs, our wealth. The Ace of Swords, that's really colorful. Oh, the Ace of Cups, looks like a lotus flower with a dove going down into the cup. Now, I know a lot of people who read with Crawley. That's all they have is, that's all they read with his Crawley cards. Three of Discs are work. Hangman. And then, I mean, it goes on and on. I do kind of like this, though, because, like, they'll say the Four of Wands, completion. You know, it has, like, the Eight of Swords, interference. I think that's really good. You know, this, you could use this as a beginner's deck for Crawley. The Four of Cups is a luxury. I think that's pretty cool. And then it has the astrological sign on the bottoms of some of them, not all of them. Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. The Seven of Wands is valor. That makes sense. Oh, what else? The Nine of Wands is strength. The Four of Discs is power, and so on and so forth. The Nine of Cups is happiness. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, and then the backs just have this really cool, I don't know if that's something that Crawley's known for, is this insignia, but that's that. So that is Aleister Crawley's Thoth Tarot, and it is written and produced by, let me see where her name is here again. It's not on the box. Let me see the box. Yeah, her name's not on the box. It's only on this book. Tania Hassan. Tania Hassan. And I have never heard from her before. I mean, about her, so. But she's very creative, whoever she is. But the book is really big. The box is, you know, huge. And but for $12.95, if you want to start out with the Aleister Crawley's Tarot, this is a good one to get. All right, so that's that one. And excuse me for one moment because I got to get some water. I did want to go through this Sugar Skull Tarot deck and the guidebook by David A. Ross. Thank gosh, his name is simple to say. And illustrated by Carolina Martinez. Like I said, I got this at the Marshalls for $14.99, and when it was brand new, it was $24.99 or $25. But like I was saying, the box is very sturdy, and the guidebook, it's like a magazine. It smells like a magazine, and I just love the book. It's beautiful. Sometimes I wonder how these people can make these decks and then only sell them. Well, this isn't one of the ones that are mass produced, but they sell them for, and I mean, it's not only, well, I got it for $14.99, but when it was brand new, it was only $24.99, which I think is a really good deal. But, it smells delicious. It smells divine. Okay, so here it says, what is the Sugar Skull deck? Sugar skulls seem to blend exceptionally well with my love for tequila. Oh, look at that. See my book, Tarot and Tequila, for more on that. And all things Southwestern. When I close my eyes and visualize the Sugar Skull Tarot deck, I am instantly transported to the days of the Old West. Desert scenes with beautiful sunsets and sunrises. Gunslingers, gambling, and miners looking for gold and drilling for oil. I am immersed in the struggles of the indigenous people and the frontiersmen and women trying to provide for their families. Sugar skulls, or calaveras, traditionally are made by hand and are used to celebrate the Mexican Day of the Dead, or the Dia de los Muertos. Lovingly handcrafted their offerings for loved ones who have passed into the spirit realm. So, and I mean, it goes on from there. It's pretty long forward, but the inside is just beautiful. And you know, when I was reading that about the Southwest, the Old West. I love Arizona. I had a family member. I still have a family member who lives there, but I had another family member, and I would go see her, and I just love Arizona, and so when I read that, I was thinking about the desert and stuff and how beautiful it is, and it's always so colorful, all the Mexican pottery and the landscaping and the cacti and, you know, the desert animals. It's a really cool place, you know. So that's that. But let's look at the cards, and then on the back of the before I get into the cards, on the back, am I like dropping and dropping and dropping? Just keep dropping. Anyways, on the back here, it gives you a similar synopsis to what was in the book. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to go through all of the cards, but let's just start with where we start. And it's the Fool. And they're really big cards. These are gigantic. The High Priestess. She's using the cactus as the columns. The Empress. The Emperor. He looks like the sheriff or something. The sheriff came to town. The Hierophant. He looks like a indigenous warrior or something. Oh. Excuse me. I had to dust off my tarot decks today because, like I said, it was in a little bit of a hiatus. So, Chariot, Strength, whoop. Hermit, looks like a miner. Oh, look, the Wheel of Fortune is a what do they call that wheel, that gambling mechanism? I forgot what they call that. I'm not much of a gambler. Justice, that makes sense. Hangman. And so you get the gist of it. This is a beautiful deck of cards. I just love it. Temperance. Devil. Tarot. I mean the Tower. That's interesting. Oh, look at the star. And I love the Day of the Dead. I love all of the artwork and everything. Oh, look at the moon. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, look at the sun. Wouldn't that be an awesome tattoo? I often think of getting a tattoo of a tarot card. Which tarot card would you, if you were going to get a tattoo, which one would you? I think I would do the Queen of Wands, but it does have a lot of detail in it. But because I'm an Aries, I would do the Queen of Wands. But there's other ones that I would think about doing too. Like the Chariot. I think the Chariot or the Fool would be. And then here's the Wands. I'm going to see what the Queen looks like. Let's just pop right over to the Queen of Wands and see what it would look like if we got a tattoo of the Queen of Wands. Oh, the Queen of Wands is much different than the normal Rider-Waite. Now, I think it says something about that in here. Let me see what it says. Let me see. I think it says it deviates some or something like that. Oh yeah, the inspiration for this tarot deck is the classic 1909 Rider-Waite in design. However, we deviate from the traditional path to some degree. Just as the traditional sugar skulls may be white with painted flowers and attached feathers as beads, they can also be designed in whatever version that suits the crafter. Each of the major arcana cards tell a story with their sugar skulls, and 4 minor arcana suits are distinctive by their own color palette. It has been depicted throughout all of the major arcana, from the watery aqua color of the cup suits to the fiery reds of the wands. As a result, this deck will be very easy for both the novice and the experienced tarot reader to navigate. That's cool. And I think they're right. I mean, it's hard for me to read from cards that deviate too much from the Rider-Waite, but I think this one's cool. The Two of Cups. So that's cups. Let's fast forward here to let's see what's next, because I think I might have got these mixed up too. Stick it together. Oh, the swords. The swords are like aquamarine, I guess, and black with purple. That's cool. Oh, the Three of Swords. Look at that. Oh, the Six of Swords. Yeah, so they each suit has a different color scheme, which that's cool. And the Pentacles have like an orange. Like an orange theme. like I said, I don't really want to go through all of them. I think you get the understanding of it. The Eight of Pentacles, working away. And I just wanted to mostly come back on here and say hello and ask everybody how they're doing, and share with you some of the treasures I found while I was with my grandchildren over the summer, and let you know that I'm back, and that I'd love for you guys to stick around, and I'm going to come back on and share what I found out about this book and how to use it. And I'm really excited because I love to write and I love to create. Actually, when she says to you can create your own personal book of shadows, well, let me do this first. Oh my gosh, I always get off track. Okay, so this is the book by Nancy Hendrickson that I just got, which I love. And then I got the Sugar Skull Tarot deck from Marshall's for $14.99. That was a treasure to find. And then I got the Everyday Tarot by Bridget Esselmont, or Biddy Tarot, at Marshall's for $6.99. And then at the Books A Million, I found the Aleister Crowley Tarot Thoth for $12.95 or $97. I mean, you can't beat that. So those are the treasures that I found. And then, oh, I wanted to show you this real quick because she said, about a book of shadows. Well, I've been creating this book, this oracle book. And whenever I have time, I'll go and I'll get one of my own tarot cards, or a oracle card, or I'll go through a book that I have on my shelf and I'll just turn it to a certain page, and then I'll put that in my book. This is from the Herbal Tarot. It was the Nine of Pentacles, and I am open to the talent that my abundance and labors provide, open to the abundance and prosperous growth, proud and comfortable harvest. And then I'm not the best artist, but I do like to create stuff on my own, and I just created the way I saw the card that's in the herbal deck. And then let me see. Oh, this is another gal, Sister Carol's Book of Spells and Blessings and Folk Magic. I had that book on my shelf, and she was actually used to be a nun, and she's a very interesting person. There's so many interesting personalities, and so I just opened up a page in her book, and it was the Litany of the Holy Spirits, and it just says, Holy Mother, Loving Father, Creator Spirit, Angels of God, Communion of Saints, Spirit Wind, Mother Earth, Departed Loved Ones, and it goes on from there, and then it says at the end, Blessed Be. So I put that in my book, and so I mean, let me see what the last one was. Oh, the last one, and I'm not even done with it yet because I got to put some artwork in here, is about Marie-Anne Adelaide. I probably butchered that. Lenormand. She was a French fortune teller. She was orphaned at 5 years old. From 5 on, she studied at a convent for women. She became a seamstress, and at age 10 had a reading in a shop by a tarot card reader, which prompted her to buy her own cards. She could not afford tarot, so she bought a deck of playing cards. She was arrested at age 15 for holding seances, and at the age of 17 she opened her own shop. And so what I'm going to do with this book, and I mean it's going to be pretty big, but when I'm finished with it, I'm going to take it to the events that I read at, or if I read for somebody on Facebook or wherever I am on the phone, um, or face to face, I'll use this as an oracle. Um, like an oracle. I'll just ask the person to turn to a page, and then that particular oracle will be a message for them. Like this one about Lenormand, Marie Anne Lenormand. I would say that if they turn to this one, I would definitely say that they would need to start practicing some sort of metaphysical trade, such as reading cards or oracle, or becoming Reiki certified or something, because Marie Anne Lenormand, she was into so many different things, but it was all magic. She was such a magical person, and another very interesting personality. So, so that's it. I didn't know I was going to share that with you, but I did. And oh, and there's one more thing I want to share with you. I know this video is longer than most of my normal videos, but this little tarot sign here that I got, it's another treasure I found, but it's been a couple years since I found it. But I found it at the Spirit Halloween store, and I'm telling you this because Halloween's coming up, and their stores are already open. They only open the stores like, I don't know, maybe what is it? So it's like 2 months, yeah, 2 months, and then even after Halloween they're open a little bit. But you can find all kinds of things in there related to tarot, and some really cool cards and signs like this and everything. And I think this cost, like, I don't know, how much was it? It was $14, but I thought it was cute, so I bought it. Anyway, so that's it, and I hope you stayed with me the whole time, and I'm excited to be back, and I hope you have a blessed day tomorrow. It's Monday where I'm at. It's going to be Monday tomorrow, and I'm back to work tomorrow. So I am Sunshiny Day, and this is Tarot by Sunshiny Day. Peace out.